Hey everybody, welcome back to the Miniac, and today we're doing a live stream with the John Cooper Works Hardtop, and I have the Baron Mini Genius here who is going to help me because I can't read your questions while I'm driving the car. But we're going to see how this goes, and this is the first time I've ever done a live stream while driving, so that should be exciting, and we'll see what happens. It could be fun. So let's get out here and get this going. So hopefully my navigator over here can actually see what questions people are asking when they ask them.
Oh, you're making money. I got an advertisement.
Oh, good. Of course I'm making money. It's got an advertisement now. All right, well, I'm also going to record.
You guys make sure to send your super chats. I'm only answering super chat questions.
No, you have to answer all of them. But we're taking this car out on the road in a live stream. So this is the first time I've ever actually done a live stream drive, which would be incredibly dangerous if I didn't have a navigator with me. So chances are very, very good I will never do this again. But I figured it'd be fun to do it today, just so you can actually ride along with me and nothing is edited, nothing is scripted. This is all as it happens driving these cars, and to show just how fun it is.
You got any good roads to take it on?
Huh?
So you got any good roads to take it on?
I got a few ideas in mind. But yeah, apologies for the bumpiness. I tried to get the GoPro to actually work to do the live stream. It wouldn't do it.
It doesn't look too bad on
Doesn't look too bad? Okay. It wouldn't do it. So unfortunately I had to improvise. So I'm actually filming with my iPhone directly to YouTube right now so that you all can see exactly what I'm doing. And then I have my navigator over here who's reading off your questions. So if you ask any questions, even though we got no one watching it right now,
We got one viewer.
no, we got 0 viewers now. But if you're watching it, great. This is just a ride along kind of a thing, talking about the Mini John Cooper Works Hardtop and what everyone thinks of it. So he's ridden in, how many cars have you ridden in so far since you became the Mini Genius? How many new Minis have you been in?
I mean, I've driven around probably like 6 or 7.
Have you driven this one yet?
Yeah, I did.
What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it was fun to drive. It's the best automatic up there.
Now, there's the thing about the automatic, and not everyone knows this, and you've known this if you watched one of my videos, but we're in sport automatic mode right now. So this is sport automatic uses only 7 of the gears. Actually, it doesn't use all 8 of them. It only uses the 7. But we have it in sport automatic mode. I have the sport mode on. I still have traction control turned on, and he's drinking his energy drinks, of course. What is with young people and energy drinks?
Gotta have it.
So he's drinking his energy drinks, but we're gonna hop on to the Miriam Loop, one of my favorite roads, and you get to see live reactions basically while driving this car, which is kind of a new thing for me. But pretty fun car, as always. I've driven this car extensively. I know this car so well that if I had the money to do, I'd probably buy it. That's how well I know this car. But it's kind of fun to actually film it as it's happening versus trying to do a video and then go back and edit it after you've done it.
It's a magnet.
A magnet for what?
To the road.
But yeah, the stability control in these cars is phenomenal. It just glues you to the road. And the automatic isn't too bad either. This is the 8-speed automatic, of course. Now, I apologize for the glare, but this is an iPhone camera, front-facing camera right now, so you can't expect it to be absolutely 100% fantastic. It's going to be not that good.
I wonder if Sammer's going to pull it.
Doing what?
I said, I wonder if Sammer's going to pull it.
I didn't think about that. He could actually watch it right now as it happens. So, Sammer, if you're watching, we're being very, very careful with your car here.
We're driving the speed limit.
Yeah. Well, does he drive the speed limit?
I don't know.
You know Sammer for years. He doesn't drive this. I'm not going to say anything.
I'm proud of it. I don't drive the speed limit.
Oh, well. I say I don't drive the speed limit, but I think I don't drive the speed limit. I go several miles over sometimes, and I have people passing me. Now, unfortunately, I got traffic in front of me, so I can't quite get out of that. So
Just slow down, let them get ahead.
no, but that's no fun. Although tailgating them at 40 miles per hour on a loop isn't exactly great either, now is it? Any questions on there yet?
Still just one viewer.
Still just one. Well, now there's 6 I see. But
Oh, 6 viewers.
Okay, there's old car guy. Hey, how you doing?
He said hello.
Yep, he's a YouTuber in I want to say Canada,
Oh, really?
but I could be completely wrong
man, I'll
about
check out your channel.
I could be completely wrong about that. Canada, yep, he's right. I was right. He said Canada. Yep.
Right fucking on.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever done a live stream while driving a car, so this is kind of a new experience for me. Hello from Vermont. We got CJ. Who's that? CJ's
RC Hobbies.
CJ's RC Hobbies. Oh, I love radio control. I have well, I have a drone and I have a radio control Mini Cooper all-wheel drive. So hey, Des from the UK.
Yeah.
So I guess I got a lot of people popping in here to watch to watch this ridiculousness take place.
Yeah, let us know if you guys got any questions or anything.
Yeah, the whole point of having my navigator here with me is so that he can ask the questions, or he can relay the questions to me, because I can't look at my camera, which is really my iPhone right now, and answer them while I'm driving, because it's a little on the dangerous side. So I'm trying to kind of be as safe as possible. But for all of you who just joined me, hey, from Iowa, for all of you just joining me, I am driving a 2020 John Cooper Works Hardtop. This is a Signature Trim Plus. No, it's not Signature Plus. It's Signature Trim package. So it has the Harman Kardon in it. It has automatic climate control. It has really nice upgrades on it. And it's an incredibly fun car. I mean, the color of the vehicle is starlight blue with white roof, white stripes. And it's just a phenomenal vehicle. The interior has the Dynamica Alcantara and cloth interior, which I love. It's one of my favorite interiors for a John Cooper Works. So it's really fun just getting out and driving this car. Now, yes, if you did notice, we're both wearing green sweatshirts. These are the holiday winter Mini Cooper sweatshirts that Mini USA put out over winter. So I just happened to be wearing mine today, and I didn't realize that he was also wearing his when he joined me in the car. So it seems like everyone was wearing their Mini sweatshirts today.
Dang, hell yeah.
But this is just a great car to drive. And the 8-speed automatic actually is incredibly smooth. It's an incredibly smooth gearbox. And I actually do really like it. It's really kind of funny. You'd think I wouldn't, because it's a, automatic. But I actually really enjoy it. It drives really well. Now, naturally, and I'm sure a lot of you out there would agree, that the manual transmission is by far the king. And does Mini make a sedan or just hatch? Mini only makes hatches. I have never seen them make a sedan, and I think people would leave the brand if they made a sedan. So no, they don't make sedans. They make a hatchback, they make a convertible, they make the Countryman, which is a hatch, they make the 4-door hardtop, which is a hatch, and technically speaking, the Mini Clubman is a hatch, although it doesn't actually have a hatch. It has 2 barn doors at the back.
Yeah.
So, how many horse does it have? This one I'm driving has 228 horsepower and 236 foot-pounds of torque. Now, if you're in the UK market, that's 231 horsepower. Okay, you have a 6-speed manual 2020. You must be from either European market or another market in the world. The US market for the 2020 model year currently does not have any manual transmission cars. And that's largely because of an emissions issue that they had to get sorted out. Portugal, okay. They had to get that sorted out before they could actually bring the manuals back. But we were told that they'll be able to start ordering manual transmission cars again sometime this month, which means they'll be back in the showrooms either by April or May. So perfect timing to finally get back into a manual gearbox. So what does Mark White say in there? And he's a good friend of mine.
He says, congrats. This is a great feature with your live events. Any pops and gurgles noticeable? Let's hear it. He's saying it down. Give him the pops.
I can't hear any pops and gurgles. How's the acceleration? Well, I'm cruising right now at what's the speed?
We have sport mode on.
I had sport mode on.
Oh, was it on?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm cruising right now at, let's see here, 62 miles per hour. So the acceleration, instantaneous. There was barely, I know a lot of you know the throttle by wire has a lag issue. Maybe that's why I couldn't get any.
The turbo lag isn't too bad.
Well, it's a throttle by wire thing. It's not a turbo lag. Actually, it's a throttle lag.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's an issue with the throttle where it will lag just a little bit. And it's kind of something that's known to happen with these cars.
Yeah.
But it's something to be expected. So there is a little bit of a throttle lag. But when you have the Sport Automatic and you have the Sport mode on, which effectively gives you BMW's equivalent of Sport Plus, when you do that, the throttle response is instantaneous. And it's really, really nice. It's a really nice car. Now, naturally, a lot of you know out there that my thing with Sport Automatic, or with the Sport mode for the automatic transmission, is that if you're going to do that, do it on the highway or on the track, because the shifts seem very, very long for city driving, and in those instances, it's better just to have it in regular automatic mode, which is something all of you already know this about. So, you have any questions about the car since you're new to the job? Not really.
Yeah.
For the record, just so everyone know, he drives a Volkswagen Golf.
Yeah.
So we got to get him into a Mini soon.
As soon as I get the money.
As soon as you get the money. It's all about money. So you were saying?
I was just gonna say, what's the 0 to 60 on this?
0 to 60 time in this car, I believe, is, I want to say sub 6 seconds. So like 5.8. I think it's 5.8 seconds. I want to say it's 5.8 seconds. I could be completely wrong about that.
Yeah.
I know that the John Cooper Works GP3 is 5.2 seconds. I know that the John Cooper Works Clubman is 4.7 0 to 60, and the Countryman in John Cooper Works is 4.9 at 0 to 60. Now this is 0 to 60. I know the rest of the world uses 0 to 62, but 0 to 60 in the US is kind of the
that's our thing.
Main thing.
You're shitting on my Golf.
What do you say?
He said Mini is greater than Golf.
Mini's greater than Golf. Well, I don't think Golfs are that bad, but I think they've gotten a little on the big side, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely.
So I think the Mini is by far superior.
I've got the 2-door Golf, and the 4-door Minis I think are still bigger than that even.
Yeah. Well, my Mini Clubman's bigger. My Mini Clubman I think is actually bigger than a 4-door Mini.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually longer than a 4-door Mini, which is kind of amusing.
Do you have the 3-door?
It's the 3-door Clubman. Yeah, the one with the club door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
GP3 is completely different. That's a mega.
GP3 is completely different, correct. It does have a different engine, different tuning, different settings, different systems. It is a completely different car. It's still based off of the hardtop, so it does have different horsepower and all that good stuff going for it. But at the end of the day, the GP3 is going to be an interesting car, but they do use the same 8-speed automatic transmission, which is kind of amusing. I'm wondering why Mini doesn't just make the rest of the JCW line 300 horsepower. That'd be kind of fun. Make the convertible 300 horsepower. Make all the hardtops 300 horsepower. Make the whole line of Minis of JCW Minis 300 horsepower, because then we'd have a lot of fun there.
Right.
Or even go further than that. Go 320, 330, 340. I know it's possible to do it.
Get people out of their Camaros.
Get people out of their Camaros. I hate the Camaro. The visibility in that car is atrocious.
Yeah.
But we're going to hop off here and exit shortly and turn around and go back. And what was that question that Miguel said?
He said different is everything and only 2 seats.
Yes, only 2 seats. Yep. I believe you can retrofit 4 seats back into the car, though. But I do think the 2-seater... What I'm trying to figure out with the 2-seater thing is, you know how the GP... You all know how the GP2 had that rear stress bar, or it was a decorative stress bar? It was... decorative, but I think the one in the new one's functional. As for that last question, I will do a walk around as soon as I get back and I can stop, so that way you can all get a real idea of the car. But in the meantime, we're still driving, so I'm trying to get to a point where I can actually hop out and
we're gonna hop out at the dealership, or should we go somewhere?
We might stop somewhere else and do a walk around of the car before we head back to the dealership. But this is kind of the thing this is kind of just a really cool drive along thing. Someone said, how does it handle in the curves? I just went around the Miriam Loop, Mark. It was fantastic. Yeah. It was incredibly fun. It was a lot of fun around the Miriam Loop.
Yeah, you can take this thing pretty much however fast you want around the corner and it'll grip.
Yeah, the grip in these cars is phenomenal with the DSC system in it.
Yeah.
What's more fun though is you turn off the DSC and it just goes to dynamic traction control. Then it's a whole different ball game with this car. It is a completely different animal.
That's one thing that this car does a lot better than the Golfs is it handles better.
Oh, there's a pop.
A lot better. Yeah.
There's another pop.
Yeah, give it a little revs. Give some revs. There we go.
There we go. We got some pops. Okay, folks, we got some pops out of this car. It's just a little on the quiet side. It needs more loud.
He's arguing. He says it's not possible to change it to 4 seats.
It's not possible to change it to 4 seats. You just change out the interior trim in the back of the car. It's so easy to change it to 4 seats.
I'm in New York right now, and I don't see Minis.
You don't see.
New York is a terrible place to drive Minis, anyways. So.
You don't see Minis in New York?
New York City or upstate?
I would hope. Well, if it's upstate, that'd be a different story.
Yeah.
But New York City, you probably would see some Minis. It's a small car. It's great around the city. And if you're not seeing Minis up there, what the heck's going on? Only old ones. Only old ones.
That, I don't know. I guess like you can't push them in New York City. It's no fun.
Well, they have a New York City Mini dealership. I know that.
Really?
Yeah, they do have a New York City Mini dealership. Naturally, I got a Toyota, or not Toyota. That's a Nissan SUV in front of me. This is not going to be fun. I really don't like it when I get slow SUVs in front of me.
Yep.
Especially getting onto highways. That kind of defeats the point of getting onto a highway.
And when you're trying to get over in there in your blind spot.
Or this guy who just sped by and blew through the red light.
That's a Nissan Altima driver for you.
Yeah, of course. It's always the Nissan Altima drivers always drive like they're in a hurry to get somewhere. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. There's a pop.
we should go find somewhere to do a acceleration test, like from a complete stop, no car. In front
Okay, he did say you see more Countrymans. Well, the Countryman's a fairly popular mini model, so I would imagine you would see a lot more Countrymans. We're gonna find a place to pull off, and I'll pop my phone out of its mount here, and we can do a walk around to the car real quick, so you can get a really good idea of the vehicle. So there is a place along here we can actually pull off to and do that, which would be kind of fun. So I'm going to hop off here onto College Boulevard. For those of you who don't know, I'm based in the Kansas City metro area, so we're in Overland Park right now. And if you're a Mini enthusiast in the Kansas City area and you've never heard of the Miniac, you're missing out. You're really missing. What?
Mini car meet coming up?
Mini car meet. Well, there's always mini car meets. The Kansas City area has a really big mini car club, and in fact, in March 29th, they're doing a KC Mini Taco Run.
Right on.
So for those of you out there who love street tacos and all that good stuff, we're gonna have a really cool taco run coming up. So if you're a Mini owner and you're in the area, you don't want to miss that. I guarantee you don't want to miss that. But you're going to have to RSVP because it kind of gets crowded pretty quick.
Heck yeah.
You're on vacation.
Yeah, come out to KC.
Yeah, come out to KC
Definitely.
and you can join everybody for some tacos.
Yeah, right on.
Good evening, Miniac from the newly independent UK. I have a video, Desmond, I have a video coming out about that. I'm a little concerned about the independent UK and how that's going to affect Mini, because BMW has said that there's a chance that if the tariffs agreed upon with the European Union are too high, that they'll pull production of the Mini completely from the UK and move it to Born, Netherlands. So there's a chance that the Mini may actually no longer be built in the UK. I did hear that Land Rover and Jaguar are actually pulling out of the UK in November.
Wow.
They are no longer going to continue to build in the UK. So that's kind of a sad thing. What was that last comment that someone just said?
Go to Portugal and you can see many stage 3 insane.
There is a JCW in Germany. I kind of am curious about.
Congrats, freedom. Is that
the whole thing with the
UK, I guess.
Yeah, the Brexit.
Yeah.
What, for those of you who don't know about, well, everyone knows about Brexit. Do you know about what Brexit is?
No.
Brexit was a referendum where the UK voted to leave the European Union.
Oh, did that recently?
Yes.
Recently happen?
They officially left the European Union, which is kind of a sad thing for Mini, because Mini being a global brand, it kind of hurts the distribution of parts for that brand.
Later, Miguel. Miguel's out.
Miguel had to clock out.
Yeah.
See you, Miguel. Jaguar I-Pace is already built outside the UK. I'm not a big fan of the Jaguar I-Pace.
And that is why
that is an electric car.
Terrible car.
It's an electric car. For those of you, if you've ever seen the movie Demolition Man, the Jaguar I-Pace looks like it's a car from that movie, which was in the 90s. So that might say something about the styling of the car. It's a little out of date, as it were. I am trying to find a cool place where I can sit with this car and we can do this. We do a walk around of it real quick. So
Pull him right there, maybe?
that's what I'm gonna do. Well, not pull him right there, but I'm gonna pull him back here in this parking lot, and we can actually pop the phone out of its mount here and do a good walk around. Oh, perfect. We'll just do it right here. Do a good walk around the car.
Sonic
So you
Liberation says relatively high labor costs.
relatively high labor costs. All right, we are in a parking lot, so you all get to see the John Cooper Works hardtop. So I'm going to put it in park here. I'm going to grab the phone out of its mount. Carefully out of its mount. There we go.
Des Miller says, I've not heard anything about the pullout, and he works in the factory, so.
You work in the factory?
Yeah.
That was a rumor I heard, Des. So I don't know what's really going on. But here we go. This is a beautiful Starlight Blue John Cooper Works hardtop. It's a little dirty because we've had some snow, but it's a pretty cool car in my opinion. The numbers you see on it, number 37 is historically significant with Mini, and this is also from the Bear Mini Challenge that we had last year, and we're probably going to use this car again this year. So what was that last question that popped up?
EU, for many years now, you've been sucking the life out of the UK. So for me, that's
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to argue politics with you all, because we're here to see Minis and enjoy these cars. Oh, he does?
Yeah. Red brake calipers look great. Yeah, they're pretty sick.
Yep, the red brake calipers. Yep, they're on the rear too, and those big ones on the front, 6-piston I think there's a 6-piston Brembos. Cool looking car though. And I'll pop the hood for you. Double pull. Now here's something you might not know. For 2020 model year, they got rid of the B48 engine, the B48 engine that was in this car. It's still 228 horsepower, still 236 foot-pounds of torque, but it is now a B46D. So it's the more fuel-efficient engine that's in the car. What's your advice? I have a 2018 JCW hatch manual. Should I trade it in for a GP3? If you're going to trade it in for a GP, you're going to want to order the car. There's a $1,000 deposit to put down for a GP. And it's a good car. The 2018 I really like. Tell you what, if you trade it into the local dealership, I'll buy it. But I think the GP is a good car. It's really up to you if you really want to trade it in or not, or if you want to keep your car. Or if you're crazy enough like me and you want to do that, you can have both. Just have both cars. So toward the rear of the car, we got those great Union flag taillights, which I love. They're very cool. Nice chromed exhaust tips. The blue color does look very nice in the sun. I agree with you. This Starlight Blue is really, really sharp, and with the white roof, it makes it even better. It's just a really cool car. It's a really cool car. But we're gonna hop back in here, and the Dynamica interior. Sticker price on this car is, I think, is the sticker in the window?
Almost 38 grand.
It's what?
37.7.
$37,700 for this car. That's the sticker price on it. So not too bad for a fully kitted out
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
John Cooper Works hardtop. This is a brand new car, but the miles on it, because it's been used a few times for demonstration purposes, is 173. So has 173 miles currently on it, but that's because it's been used as a demo occasionally. Or in my case, I've taken it out for several YouTube videos. So it's a little it's a little higher than you would like. But anywho, we're gonna head back to the dealership. If you all don't have any other questions that you would like to ask, we can go ahead and conclude the live stream for today. And unless you have some questions you want to ask about the car.
No, I don't have anything else.
Yeah, nothing?
No.
But anywho, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. If you want to check out more videos on the John Cooper Works models, you have a deposit down a GP, can't decide if I want it due to the styling. I'll tell you what, Timothy, I would go ahead and get the GP3. I think you're going to love the car. I'm looking forward to even driving it. The worst case scenario, if you don't like, you could always sell it. You can always trade it back in. It wouldn't hurt, but I think it's worth trying, worth getting it, just because it is a cool car, and I think in person it'll probably look even better in person than it does on photograph. So I would encourage you to go ahead and hold out for it. Will the JCW, what was that JCW one?
Will the JCW 3-door see a 306 horsepower version soon?
The JCW 3-door will, from what I've heard from corporate, it will not see a 306 or 301 horsepower version of that car. It will stay 228 horsepower for the regular hatch, and it will be 301, 306 horsepower for the JCW GP3, the Clubman JCW, and the Countryman JCW. So we're not going to see it, unfortunately, for the hatch and the convertible, which is kind of disappointing. But that doesn't mean that you can't tune the heck out of these cars already, and I would encourage you to do it if you can. There's so many upgrade parts out there. You can go check out my sponsor, outmotoring.com, and you could upgrade your car. You could upgrade anything you want on these minis. It's ridiculous, and you could do it relatively easy. You could do a Dyna Elite tune on one of these cars, and you can get 50, 60 more horsepower out of this car, which is phenomenal. So I am hearing hints about a JCW Mini Cooper SE. I heard a possibility about JCWs becoming electric, but that was a rumor really more than anything. And I don't think that they're seriously going to do that, because I don't think they want to lose their customer base with that car by doing that. What they might do is they might take the Cooper SE and make it and give it an exterior package maybe. Who knows? But I don't think they're going to actually do a John Cooper Works electric car anytime soon, because I don't think that that's what the John Cooper Works customers really want. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to let you all go, and I'm hoping you're all having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening. And hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to shut this down.
My phone's at 2%, so I'll read them off your screen if they show up.
We're going to head back to the dealership, so I'm sorry about that. But I just wanted to thank you all for coming here and joining me on this live stream. It's a little kind of a crazy one this time around, but I wanted to thank you all for watching, and I wanted to remind you all that, as always, life is too short to drive a boring car. So drive a Mini?
Facts. Yep.
Yeah, so drive a Mini.
Hell yeah.
And we're in this corner.
That is how a car should take a corner.
This is how, yes, exactly. Now I just got to figure out how to get on to the highway. But, except,
right
yeah, because I remember last time I did this. You all have a fantastic day.